Speed is everything when it comes to video editing. That's why in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 tools that I use to be quick as a video editor. Let's dive in. So the first tool that I use is called AEJuice, and there's a lot of different packs you can get on AEJuice's website, but I downloaded the I Want It All bundle, and I have to say this is probably one of my favorite packs I've downloaded. Inside Premiere Pro, you can access AEJuice by going up to Window Extensions AEJuice Pack Manager. It'll display it in its own window, and the reason I like this pack so much is that it's integrated directly inside Premiere Pro, so I don't have to leave the software in order to download an asset, and they have tons of assets like titles, transitions, different effects, pretty much anything you would need as a video editor they have. For example, there's these text animation presets. I can double click on them. If we wanted one of these, we can easily just double click on one and it'll download and install it directly into our project. All right, once it's there, we can see what we have. We can click play. It is such a big difference because so we have this, we can easily adjust it by clicking on it, going into properties, changing out the text, font, and a lot of the different properties. The next tool I use a lot is called Dehancer. Now, if you're not familiar with color grading or you don't want to dive into the world of color grading, this is a nice tool to use that kind of gives you film looks right out of the box. For example, here, if I create a new adjustment layer, I'll just create a new adjustment layer. Let's say if I wanted to add a film look to this footage here, I can just drag out my adjustment layer, and then I can go to Effects and type in Dehancer. We can click and drag this to the adjustment layer, and you can see that it automatically colorizes our footage for us. It gives it a nice cinematic look. And if we go into the effect inside Effects Controls, under Film, you can see that you have a lot of different film profiles to choose from. So if you're trying to get that cinematic look or achieve a specific film look from a certain film profile, there's a bunch of different film profiles that you can choose in here. For example, I like to use Fuji Color C200. This gives a nice overall look. You can see the before and after. If I toggle, that's what it looks like before, and that's what it looks like after. It just gives a nice finished, polished look to it without a lot of effort. Now, one of the things that Premiere Pro is notorious of not having is tools for subtitles. So if you're trying to create subtitles from scratch, sometimes it's difficult. That's why I like to use plugins for it. And one plugin I highly recommend is called Submachine. So how Submachine works is you first have to transcribe your sequence. So you have to go to the text panel, go to transcribe your audio, and create captions by clicking on the CC button. Then from the drop down, in order to work with Submachine, you have to drag all these values to the left. So I'm just gonna drag all of them to the left here, click on single under lines, and then click create captions. Next, you have to export the SRT file. So go to the ellipses, go to export, and then go to export SRT file. You can choose where to save it. I'm just gonna save it in my downloads folder for now. And then you can open Submachine. So if you go to Window Extensions Submachine, you can see this is what it looks like here. If we go into our Finder, we can click on our SRT and just drop it into the SRT area. You can also click on the SRT button to load it up. You can click on the Mogurt button, and when you download Submachine, it comes with Mogurts for you. So I'm gonna go into the Mogurts inside the downloads folder when you download Submachine, and you have to select the correct frame rate. So just make sure you know what your frame rate is for your sequence. So I'm gonna click on 30 here and click open. Next, I'm gonna click create subs, and you'll notice in our timeline that it's automatically loading. You can see that all these subtitles have automatically been generated inside Premiere Pro, saving us a bunch of time, because if we click and play this back, because when I first learned video, we didn't have access to it. You can see that they're animated one word at a time, and that's the benefit using this tool, is if you wanted the TikTok style subtitles that animate one at a time, this is the easy way to accomplish this, because otherwise you'd have to animate them separately and that would just take a long time. But it's a really cool tool. If you work with social media videos a lot, I highly recommend Submachine. Now let's talk about stock footage. When it comes to stock footage, I like to use Envato elements. And why I like to use Envato specifically is that they have a plugin directly inside Premiere Pro. You can access the Envato Elements panel by going up to Window Extensions, Envato, and you can just type in and search for stock footage. So if I'm looking for video editing, I can just type in video editing. You can preview directly inside Premiere Pro. And like I said, the reason why I like this over other websites is that this is just directly inside Premiere Pro. You can download it, add it directly into your project, and you never have to leave the software. The less often you have to leave the software, the better and more quicker you're going to be as a video editor. Now, when it comes to music, music, I don't recommend Envato for stock music. I just don't really like their stock music that much. To me, it sounds very corporate-y. So what I recommend is Audiio. They have a lot of cool features in here that make finding music very easy. They have this new Hans AI feature where you can type in the theme of your video project and it'll select and curate songs related to what you typed in. So for example, if we type in car chase scene through a busy city, we can click play and see what it suggests. You can preview. If you need more options, you can click this down arrow and see 4 more here. It makes it very easy. You can always type in a new search here. And it makes it easy to find the exact song that you're looking for, because one of the things that a lot of video editors struggle with is finding the right music track. And the quicker that you can find the music track, the quicker you can edit your videos. In addition to Hans AI, they also have link match where you can copy and paste a link from Spotify, YouTube, or TikTok and find a song that sounds most similar to a mainstream piece of music. So this is very helpful if there's already a song out there you want to find something similar to. Now, Audiio isn't the only stock music website that you can choose from. There's a lot of other great options out there as well. And if you want to compare a few of the most popular options, I did make a video going over a lot of them. I will leave that video right up there if you do want to check that out. But that does it for this video. We'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.